Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we'll be going through the Fremantle vs Hawthorn game, in which Hawthorn proved they are a big side to watch this year, given that they could be one of the sides that jump up into that top echelon of teams, given they defeated the Fremantle Dockers by 9 points over in Freo. So that was a huge win for Hawthorn, and pretty much solidifies them, I think, into the top 8. Let me just double check. Solidifies them into the top 4, as Adelaide did end up losing to the likes of Melbourne a couple nights ago, which would have so yeah, Hawthorn are a win ahead of Adelaide. Who would have sunk that? And also a win ahead of Richmond. So they are a massive, that would have been a massive 4-pointer, or almost an 8-pointer, just looking here quickly at it. If they had ended up losing to Freo, they probably would have been in 6th place, I would have thought, given that Freo would have jumped them, and also Adelaide probably would have had the percentage edge on them, even if they had lost it like they did to Melbourne. Even if they had won that as well, they probably would have jumped up to 2nd place. So there's a logjam of teams in that sort of 2nd to 6th place that this is an 8-pointer result, and it could be an 8-pointer result in terms of top 4. But anyway, let's jump into it. McCarthy did her best, 24 touches, 9 tackles for a 103. She was absolutely amazing. Mim Strom as well, 101. If we went back and looked at the quarter by quarter, I think you'd find that Mim Strom probably dominated the first quarter, had that little slump that we see her do in the second and then third. So she had 28 in the first, 16 in the second, 38 in the third, and then 19 in the fourth. So her second quarters, comparative to her first quarters, might be one of the worst swings I've seen in the whole comp. Because sometimes, I don't know what it is, whether she just plays like 100% Tog in the first and then doesn't play in the second. But yeah, she just never puts out in the second quarter, which is really weird. But then in the third quarter, she came up big. And then the last quarter, she had only 1 touch, 1 tackle. But her first and third quarters combined for 10 touches and 5 tackles, which is a huge effort alongside, I'm going to say, probably maybe 9 hitouts in the third, and also in the first she put out 7 hitouts. So 16 hitouts, 5 tackles and 10 touches is a huge effort. Newton, 88. So we talked about this role. I'm pretty sure she had a pretty poor game in the first game of the double, but in the second game of the double, pretty sure she put out a decent effort. So yeah, 54 in the first, 88 in the second. We see here with Newton, 100%, 92%. She's getting the midfield role. She's just not putting out. And if we look at Newton in here, just want to check this. Newton here as well is now at 922 with a pretty big break even, I would suspect. A 72 break even, so not as bad as what I thought it was, just because she put up that 88, as we said, in the second of the double. So she's one to watch in the next couple of weeks if you want to upgrade there, as like I was saying with Bonnie Toogood a couple of recaps ago, there are some players that you can sort of start to watch to see if you can upgrade. Lally, 73, absolutely amazing from her. I don't know what she's priced at now, but Lally, if we go here, Lally now priced at 761k. That would have been a massive jump, I'm pretty sure. Was that 300k in the double or something? Lally, in her, so 63 and 73, and she jumped only 38k in that week. But yeah, definitely a one to... definitely did put out some scores here recently, and has jumped pretty well after having a pretty poor start to the year. She's gone 75, 60, 55, 70, 63, 73, which has been pretty good the last 3 games. Averaging 63 last 3, but outside of that 55, she's done pretty good in general the last 5. Brazel, 72, Hetherington, 72. O'Driscoll, 59, a little bit disappointing there, as well as the fact of Gabby O'Sullivan only put up a 51. So she put up, something like 135 points in the double, which isn't the best, isn't the worst. But yeah, she'll put up better numbers. I feel like she had a really low tog. Maybe they were trying to manage her through the double, given that it's like 3 games in like 9 days or something like that. Kaufman, Scanlon, Mulholland, Antonio, Runnels or something, Runnels. Hayley Miller as well, 37. A really down game from her. Don't know what happened there. Let's check the CBAs just to check. Down a little bit on the CBAs, but not anything huge. We did see also Gabby O'Sullivan back to that sort of 30s in the CBAs. So that's a little bit surprising, I would say, but nothing really poor that she really should have dropped that much. If we look at if we look at Hayley Miller here, I'm trying to dissect what went wrong, because I don't think you would have put a tag on her, and she just went 109 on on slightly more tog, less. So what went wrong? I guess it was the limited marks, but yeah, you could just see it here with the just not getting involved. Only 9 touches compared to what was throughout the season: 12, 18, 18, 20, 24, 17. So yeah, just a massive drop off in her touches by like 3 or 4, alongside that dropping off in the non-disposal work as well. And yeah, so that was kind of a surprise, not gonna lie, that she scored a 37. But I guess that is something. She is one of those ones that, even though she's averaged 18 more for the year, and that would have been actually a massive upgrade on the year prior to that, actually 92, 64, 85, 80. So I just want to check this actually now, because she's probably a good, that would have been an 82 or 83, 7 times 78.4 minus, what was it, 37, was it? 37, so 511 512 divided by 6. She would have been averaging about 85 before that, and then that's dropped to 78.4. So she would actually have been a really good upgrade prior to that. But yeah, just not. It is what it is. Varia 30, Seth 30, Cowick 25, Pugh 23, Biden Webster 20, Low 20, and Morrison 10. And we move over to the Hawthorn Hawks side of things. And Lucy Wales went 104. Is that a double? Is that 2 tons in the double for her? I just want to check this. 84 in the other double. Okay. With low tog against Gold Coast. She's done really well in the double. 10 tackles, 43 hitouts. And I think she's one to look at next year alongside the likes of Strom, what Strom did. You can see that the ruck contest, 69%. Has she been rested in any of the games? She had a really poor game against Adelaide, which was surprising. And a really, let's just check here, 71. So she's been pretty good. She's definitely on the watch list for next year, the Wales sisters. One of them's probably going to pop, and we just got to pick the right one. Because I don't think we'll have... But then again, you're going to have Moffat, who's going to be probably in almost the same boat. So the ruck line's going to be interesting next year, I feel like. West 102, 13 tackles, huge tackle effort from a lot of these girls. They laid 100 tackles, plus 22 on the tackles, alongside being pretty much even on the disposals. So absolutely huge effort there. Fleming 97, 12 tackles for her as well. Bates 90. Lucas Rod 78, but we did say that Lucas Rod probably doesn't have any fancy relevance given that she's got a forward status. Sorry, not a forward status. She's got a she has midfield status only. Kemp 69. She was pretty good as well. 7 marks, 2 tackles, 14 touches. Tamara Smith as well. And what did she get to the end? 69 for her with 6 tackles, 4 marks, pretty decent. Gilroy 68, Bodie 64, Richardson, Williamson, Vukic, I think, and then I remember now talking about this with other people. Vukic had mass time on ground because of all the injuries, I'm pretty sure, so that's why she ended up on 50. You can see here Stone out. You can also see Stratton out, Italy out as well. So you just look at that and you go, well, they were pretty much... It was a surprise that they won in the end, because they had pretty much all these girls playing high tog minutes just because of all the injuries. They lost basically 3 girls in the first quarter as well. And I don't know what happened if Elliott or Vukic as well were injured late on in the game, because they ended up on the 70s. But yeah, they were basically down to 1 interchange rotation for the rest of the game. Just looking at this. Ashmore, Everest, Lock. So yeah, it'll be interesting what happens with regards to... Do we have the team list for Hawthorn? Where are Hawthorn? Hawthorn are up a little bit. Let's just check here. They have Stone, Erdley, and Stratton all out for Breed, Stevenson, and Hipwell. So will be interesting to see what happens there with that regard. But yeah, that pretty much is the video there, going through the game review here. Don't think there's anything really to take out of this other than a watch on Newton's price, because she has the role. She should be able to score in the high 70s, if not low 80s, consistently. And then also just a watch on probably the rucks for next year with Wales coming up against Strom. They both put up huge efforts, but it will be interesting to watch how that one, if Wales is the one to go for, if it's Moffat or if it's just going back on Strom. I don't think Strom will probably present much value comparative to Wales and also Moffat next year. But that'll be a watch and see. But anyway, that is the video there. If you did go on to enjoy that video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and I will see you guys in recaps on the Sunday as we finally get through all of the doubles, I guess, that happen on. We were going to have a lot of doubles to recap, but it's not anymore, given that we finally go back to the Thursday night starts, I believe. But anyway, if you did enjoy that, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.